Letter 104 of Letters from Egypt by Lady Lucie Duff Gordon. Read for LibriVox.org into the public domain. To Mrs. Austen, Luxor, May 23, 1867. Dearest Mother, I have only time for a few words by Giagar Pasha, who goes early tomorrow morning. My boat arrived all right and brought your tin box. The books and toys are very welcome. The latter threw the Darfour into ecstasies, and he got into disgrace for playing with the Cit instead of minding some business on hand. I fear I shall spoil him, he is so extremely engaging and such a baby. He is still changing his teeth, so cannot be more than 8. At first I did not like him, and feared he was sullen, but it was the usual kas, fear, the word that is always in one's ears, and now that is gone, he is always coming hopping in to play with me. He is extremely intelligent, and has a pretty baby nigger face. The Darfour people are, as you know, an independent and brave people, and by no means savages. I can't help thinking how pleased Rainey would be with the child. He asked me to give him the picture of the English Sultana out of the Illustrated London News, and has pasted it inside the lid of his box. I am better, as usual, since the hot weather has begun, the last 6 days. I shall leave this in a week, I think, and Mustapha and Yussuf will go with me to Cairo. Yussuf was quite enchanted with your note to him, his eyes glistened, and he took an envelope to keep it carefully. Omar said such a letter is like a hijab amulet, and Yussuf said, truly it is, and I could never have one with more barakah blessing, or more like the virtue which went out of Jesus. If ever I wore one at all, I will never part with it. We had a very pretty festival for the Sheykh, whose tomb you have a photograph of, and I spent a very pleasant evening with Sheykh Abd el Mutaoul, who used to scowl at me, but now we are like brothers. I found him very clever, and better informed than any Arab I have met, who is quite apart from all Franks. I was astonished to find that he abondait dans mon sens in my dispute with Sheykh Abdurrahman, and said it was the duty of Muslims to learn what they could from us, and not to stick to the old routine. On Sunday the Patriarch snubbed me, and would not eat with me, and on Monday a wali (saint) picked out tit-bits for me with his own fingers, and went with me inside the tomb. The Patriarch has made a blunder with his progress. He has come ostentatiously as the protégé and prénom of the Pasha, and he has eaten and beaten the fellaheen. The Copts of Luxor have had to pay £50 for the honour of his presence, besides no end of sheep, poultry, butter, etc. If I were of a proselytizing mind I could make converts of several whose pockets and backs are smarting, and the American missionaries will do it. Of course the Muslims sympathize with the converts to a religion which has no idols, and no monks, and whose priests marry like other folk, so they are the less afraid. I hear there are now 50 Protestants at Kous, and the Patriarch was furious because he could not beat them. Omar cooked a grand dinner for him last night for our neighbour Michael, and the eating was not over till 2 in the morning. Our government should manage to put the screw on him about our Abyssinian prisoners. I dare not say who told me all he said, but he was a truthful man and a Christian. The Patriarch answered me sharply when I asked about the state of the religion in Abyssinia that they were lovers of the faith, and his obedient children. Whenever there is mischief among the Copts, the priests are at the bottom of it. If the Patriarch chose, those people would be let go, and so it would be, but he hates all Europeans bitterly. I should like to have the Revue des Deux Mondes of all things, but I don't know how it is to come here, or what the postage would cost. They send nothing but letters above Cairo by post, as all goes on men's backs. Inshallah, I am the bearer of good news, cries the postman, as he flings the letter over the wall. I am so glad of the chance of getting news to you quick by Giafar Pasha, who came here like a gentleman, alone, without a retinue. He is on his way from 2 years in the Soudan, where he was absolute Pasha. He is very much liked and respected, and seems a very sensible and agreeable man, quite unlike any Turkish bigwig I have seen. Great potentate as he is, he made Yussuf Mustapha and Abdallah sit down, and was extremely civil and simple in his manners. End of letter 104. Read by Sibella Denton. All LibriVox files are in the public domain. For more information, please visit LibriVox.org.